What's up, guys? So, when I was growing up, no matter who I talked to, they always hated country music. And honestly, I didn't understand why. My mom always listens to country music, and I can say that shit's better than 70% of the music being released today. And it's actually being released. Literally every rapper nowadays can't even release a mixtape, let alone their first album. They're always delaying it, saying, "Oh, I'm just putting the finishing touches on it for you guys." And it's like, no, you're trying to figure out how much longer you can survive off your one-hit song before people start wanting more and realizing you're only good for one-hit song. Like, at least in country music, when it comes to their artists, people don't pick sides. Like, the same people who like Willie Nelson aren't gonna shoot up your car for not liking him. It's all love here on the countryside. Yeah, when Country Thunder comes to town, we may get a little wild off the Bud Lights, but nobody's throwing a beer at Toby Keith yelling, "Fight me, pussy." That only happens at rap concerts. And rock too, I don't know. But another thing country music has on rap is longevity. A rapper will lose his buzz in a few weeks if he doesn't release another song, but with country, you can take your time and do so knowing that your fans will support you no matter what. Like, if you follow DJ Academics or any other, like, hip-hop news page, you would see that whenever they post about Lil Uzi's upcoming album, everyone's like, "We don't care anymore," or "This should have been released last year." And while they do have a point, they're also proving mine. Like, you look at country music and their artists are normally releasing their albums 2 to 3 years apart without people getting mad because their music is actually good enough to be enjoyed for longer than the first week after its release. Like, who gives a fuck about first week sales? How about first year sales? These rappers be selling 50,000 copies in the first week but then 2,000 the rest of the year? I hope you guys know that's not good. Like, first week sales mean nothing. How the fuck you gonna have 62 million followers but only a fraction of them buy your album when it comes out? Y'all are acting like Lil Wayne and 50 Cent didn't sell 1 million copies in a week without Instagram. Y'all are happy about selling 100,000. I'd be ashamed if I was you. If I had more than 1 million followers and only 10% of them bought my album, why the fuck are you even following me for? And I also hate that just because Lil Nas X made a song with Billy Ray Cyrus, people consider that song country. They've obviously never heard a country song before because just like the people who took it off the country music charts said, it does not embrace enough elements of today's country music to chart in its current version. I don't know if they put it back on the charts, but that sentence right there shuts down anyone's argument. And I also think it's funny that people consider themselves Billy Ray Cyrus fans because they like the song and remember him from Hannah Montana. Listen here, don't ever call yourself a BRC fan until you smoked 3 blunts and drove 90 down the highway blasting achy breaky hearts screaming along till your lungs bleed. I don't fuck around when my country music's playing, alright? Just don't think you'd understand. Like, people are always saying, "Oh, Drake's the best artist and whatnot, he's so good." Oh, really? Because I know about 3 country music artists whose record sales shit on literally 90% of the rap communities. And yeah, I know they've been around longer, but they're still doing their thing. When a rapper hits 40, nobody wants to hear that shit. That's why people like Jay-Z and 50 Cent started investing, because they know nobody wants to hear a 50-year-old rap about how they sold drugs in their 20s. We know. You said that already. Like, George Strait is 67 years old and still releasing hits like nobody's fucking business. Tell me, how many rappers you know can get to 67 and still sound as good as they did 20 years ago? Nobody. That's who. And also another thing that makes country music stand out is their consistency throughout the genre. Basically, a good way to put it is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But with rap music, people started realizing that rapping like Tupac and past legends is alright, but what if we completely fuck that up? All these racks give me a boner. Like, kids these days are literally just making shitty sounding music and calling it lo-fi. Nah, how about You're Gay? If I wanted to hear something that sounded like my phone was dropped in water, I would have dropped my phone in water. Country music has literally stuck to the same formula for years. Meanwhile, we got this fruitcake wearing a corset thinking he's hard. Dog, I don't care if you have a gun to my head. If you're wearing a corset and you're not a girl, I'ma die laughing at you. Like, no country music artist ever has had to get a face tattoo, wear a dress, do something stupid on social media, etc. to boost their career. They just, release music. Nobody cares that you went on Genius to read us the lyrics to your month-old song. How about you talk to your manager and tell his fat ass to do his job so your mixtape, not an album, but mixtape isn't delayed. Like, just so you know this, if you have to delay your mixtape release, you're a failure as a rapper. I don't care how popular your song is on TikTok. If you have to delay something that's you're releasing for free, why the fuck are you even rapping? Like, you ever wonder why country music and other genres don't really release mixtapes? It's because they can get that shit right on the first try. There's no, "Oh, these are the songs that weren't good enough to make it on the album." What? Not good enough? You didn't realize that while recording? I've cut videos short halfway through because I knew they were gonna be shit, but I'm not gonna upload them being like, "Oh, sorry guys, this wasn't good enough for me to finish." Like, if you really took the time to look, you'd see that country music has stood the test of time while people in rap are constantly keep making up new subgenres to stay relevant. Like, if you go on Wikipedia Wikipedia and look up SoundCloud rap and then click on the links, the related links, you'd get to some stupid fucking genres, and most of them don't even have to do with hip-hop. Like, look at this, Nintendo Core. Just come up with your own shit. You really think people want to hear the rock version of the Halo theme song? No, get the fuck out of here. Like, just because you can't rap on beat but like the way an acoustic guitar sounds over some bass doesn't make you a whole new genre. Me slapping you over and over again considerably might be a new subgenre. But anyways, going back to Lil Nas X, you do realize that Lil Tracy released a country song months earlier, but if we take it back even further to the year 2005, when my boy Cowboy Troy, the original rapping cowboy, released this banger, I Played Chicken with a Train.
Big black train coming round the bend. Go on, kinfolk, tell your mom and them. Chugga like a chugga like a chugga like a.
Not to mention he dropped a whole album. Like, this is what a country rap song should sound like. It's not pretty, I can tell you that, but just because you used a guitar sample in your song doesn't make it country. I don't care how many cowboy boots you own. Like, Lil Nas isn't doing anything new. If anything, he's literally 15 years late. But I guess it's cool now or whatever. Can't wait for the next 15 years where somebody does this and thinks it's original. Like, why can't rap go back to the way it was when Nelly and Tim McGraw made a song together? That showed people the right way to cross genres, and they showed people how not to kill a song by making remix after remix after remix after remix. Like, just make one, you fucking idiots. I don't want to hear some BTS member on a rap song that's supposed to be country. That's like, who the fuck thought of that stupid shit? But yeah, guys, that's it. From this point on, I'm only listening to country music till the next year, which is... it's always wrong. But anyways, until next time, peace.
L7, baby, LL7. Know the essence of our presence. Got you present for a fact, baby. Reynolds rap, all the grass in the sack.